A huge hurricane named Idalia recently caused major destruction and flooding across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. It grew from a Category 1 storm into a major hurricane super fast in less than 1 day.
Breaking news from Greenville, South Carolina. I wanted to give you some information this morning on the effects of Hurricane Idalia as it passed by the Carolinas overnight and the effects here in Greenville, South Carolina. So I'm going to take you outside in just a few minutes to see those effects. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. We're going to hop right to it. Hi everyone, Tami Allen reporting to you live here in Greenville, South Carolina for Living in Greenville SC, and I wanted to give you the scoop on hurricanes as they come through Greenville, South Carolina. Now, I can't even say come through because they often don't come through here. We've never had hurricanes come directly through Greenville, and that was one thing. This is a question that I get a lot. Hey, do hurricanes hit Greenville, South Carolina? And the answer is no, generally. Now, can we have some after effects or some effects during the storms? Absolutely. Again, remember that the coast, the closest coast to us here in Greenville is almost 3 hours away. That would be Charleston, Isle of Palms area. 4.5 hours to Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, maybe 4.5 to 5 even down to Beaufort and Hilton Head. So generally what happens when hurricanes and tropical storms come through the Carolinas, it will usually come up the coast of Florida, often doing huge damage, of course, in Florida. We all are aware of that. And of course, our hearts go out to everyone in Florida affected by hurricanes, not just this one, but all of the hurricanes that come through and do a ton of damage in the Florida, southernmost states of North America. So this is something that I could understand people being concerned about. Certainly, if you're moving from Florida, I have a lot of clients who are looking to move to Greenville, South Carolina from Florida for this very reason. Because what we experience here in Greenville are just side effects of hurricanes and tropical storms. Typically, when they're starting to turn, they're going back out into the Atlantic Ocean. And we don't see huge effects from hurricanes. We could get some heavy rain. It is possible that we could get some heavy winds. We might get lightning and thunderstorms, this kind of thing, and heat, pockets of heat and cold hitting and all that good stuff. But generally, you're not going to have a huge effect from the hurricane itself. Now, there is a huge, very surprising, maybe even shocking effect that we have. And I'm going to share that with you shortly. I'm going to go outside, show you what it looks like today after the storm. And of course, by the time it hit the Carolinas, I believe it was already downgraded to a tropical storm, but still you're talking huge winds, huge rain. And so there certainly still are some effects, but I think you'll be very shocked by this effect. All right, so let's get ready and head outside to see the effects of Hurricane Idalia on Greenville. All right, here we go. We're gonna head out this way, check out the weather, and see what it's like after this hurricane.
Wait a minute.
What? Well, I think it's good. Actually, this is the shocking effect that I wanted to share with you. So, as you can see, it's actually stunning. Honestly, it's always stunning blue skies after a hurricane. Okay, I think most of you would agree I don't need this raincoat on anymore. So it's actually a clear and beautiful day here in Greenville, South Carolina. So let me get rid of my raincoat and just go over the weather a little bit more for you. The effects of a hurricane on our area are shocking in that it's literally some of the bluest skies you will see because the way that it's pulling out to sea. This is my theory. I'm certainly not a meteorologist or a weather expert, but I promise you it's almost, there's literally not a cloud in the sky. That's the way it looks after a hurricane oftentimes or after a tropical storm, because it's like it pulls the air, cleans the air and pulls it out the way that it's rotating out into the sea. And so there again, I've got to consider all those that live on the coast and are adversely affected by hurricanes. So it's certainly not anything we wish to ever happen, but when they do come through, the effect here in Greenville is quite surprising. And this happens in the entire Greenville, Spartanburg area, the upstate. And a lot of this has to do also with our elevation. We're quite a bit higher than the, of course, sea level down at the coast. But also we're just far enough inland. We're so far inland that we really don't see the effects directly of any hurricane. Now, the closest hurricane that ever came through this area in my lifetime was Hurricane Hugo back in the late 80s. And when it came through, it did come up into the middle of the state more through Columbia and Rock Hill. I actually was attending Winthrop University at that time. And so it came through there. It uprooted, hundreds of year old trees and gates and old fences around the property there at the college campus. And so there were definitely effects there. But I happened to come home that weekend. I can remember it vividly. And at home, again, we really didn't have anything. We had a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, and then blue skies thereafter. So I just wanted to show this to you and let you put your heart, mind at rest that when you live in Greenville, South Carolina, you're going to experience beautiful, wonderful weather year round. We do have rain. We do have thunderstorms. We have had an occasional tornado come through, but as far as any other severe weather, it's really very good here.
But wait! There's more!
Hi everyone, I am walking out here to one of my favorite spaces and places here in Greenville County. This is Lake Robinson. It's absolutely stunning here. This is just the public landing where they have a picnic shelter and all sorts of great facilities here. And just wanted to show you the one day after Hurricane Idalia went through on the South Carolina and North Carolina coast, and just wanted you to see this breathtaking view. For those of you not familiar with this area, straight ahead you can see mountains in the distance. That is a small ridge line of the Smoky Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and that is looking towards Saluda, North Carolina. It's just stunning. So you've got the best of both worlds here in Greenville County. You do have a lot of mountain views, beautiful lakes, beautiful scenery, and beautiful weather. Again, remembering all those in Florida and along the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina that had some direct hit damage. Keep them in your prayers, and then contribute and donate supplies and financially if you're able to do so. Again, just keeping them in our prayers. We always hate how hurricanes bring such damage, but here in the Carolinas, most northern west part of the Greenville, Spartanburg area, you can see that it just is a stunning day after. So if you have interest in moving to Greenville, South Carolina, don't ever let weather stop you. As a matter of fact, it would be one of the reasons that you'd want to move here. Thanks for letting me share this with you. Again, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you living in Greenville, South Carolina.